Okay, guys, hear me out. I know I was out for the remaining weeks of October since Steve's reveal, but rest assured, a lot of things were holding me up. I was sick. I was playing the first South Park game to cope with the said sickness. I talked to my girlfriend. I even had a whole Halloween watching party last night, or Halloween as of the time in this video. But the rest of the month was kind of, I guess. But then I came to the conclusion around the time I can't post videos on here for crap. Yeah, it's kind of a thing on my channel where ever since I think 2018, I never post videos on October. That kind of gives the assumption that I'm a scaredy cat, which is accurate in some cases, but not this one. It just happens. I don't know. Whether I'm focused on something or something happens and I can't do videos. Because I was sick and I did want to continue that video I was gonna post for this month, but not even given the fact that I was given 2 weeks break just to work in the said video. Like, it wasn't gonna be long, but I figured I needed a break to do those. But still though. Yeah, I thought of something. Still though, I I can't do any videos for October. Maybe one day I could just do one Halloween video and that's it. But for some reason I can't do it this year. And I know, given 2020, worse circumstances can happen, right? Yeah. But as the month of October has passed by, that doesn't mean I can't talk about something anime related, right? Yeah. So to those who can recall, I did plenty of videos about Petey Girl in the Philosopher's Time, and I did talk about Ozaki in a dual video that had a segment which was longer than it needed to be, but it was worth it. But there was only one more anime that I didn't get to talk about that I did see over the summer as well with those two, which was Rent a Girlfriend. But I'm not talking about that now. See, the thing about me watching anime this year was that I just so happened to be watching 3 series each season, which happened in the springtime with Ufuri, Nekopara, and Sentai Academy, all of which were good series. And one of which had a season 2 announcement. One of them still needs to have one though. But anyway, because I figured this was gonna be my cycle for the year, I don't even know how. I would gain interest into watching 3 different series at a time. Every season anyway. It was the case for spring, it was the case for summer as well. So I felt like it was, I don't know, manageable to do this. I really don't know why I picked like 3 series to watch, but it felt, it kind of felt easy on me, so it didn't feel like I had to watch like more animes each season. If there was one person that watched every anime in the catalog of each year, I applaud them. So anyway, I just want to talk, because I can't talk about my spring picks, it's pretty late to that, and I've almost talked about my summer picks. I feel like why not talk about my fall picks for anime, because there are some good ones apparently this month. And I heard that the summer catalog of anime was not really booming, but this one's is. So yeah, let's just talk about that. Or at least my picks for fall 2020. This is a new thing, people. So what anime have I seen this fall? What can I start with? Well, I guess I should start with Sleeping Princess in the Demon Castle. Sleeping Princess of Demon Castle is it's a nice charming little anime series about, actually it's kind of a charming little mini series within one episode. It came out early October, and the reason I got into this was because of a trailer that came out I guess like a month ago. The reason why I gained interest, I guess, was because of, the princess's attitude towards being kidnapped and something, but after watching it, it's actually pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say like I like her character, but she's basically blunt or oblivious or something, but it's just kind of funny seeing how she just kills by sleep, because when she gets kidnapped, her immediate thought is, well, there's nothing to do but sleep. And so throughout the show, she basically makes her, I believe, cage or prison or cell, I don't know which one. She basically makes it as comfortable as she can make it to be, just so she can sleep. Whether it be to fluff up the pillow or cut somebody's ghostly corpse up to make a giant sheet. Yeah, I don't know about this either. There's a bunch of different demons in this show, which is kind of unique too, and actually kind of wondering why they even look like demons. The point is though, and when I first, the point, bottom my biscuits, I can't speak. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that she will stop at nothing to get a perfect room to sleep in. And even if that means the cost of demons, once again, I'm wondering, like, she will kill them? So it's like a double dead? But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, because these demons, and I thought you should know, have a church. I'm not kidding. There was a demon's church. Like, there's like a demon, I think, I forgot what that is called, a pastor. Like, just look at this image and tell me you feel the irony of this scene. Just let me know in the comments if you do. I mean, in the end, it's a good thing they do have that church, because the princess does die some of the time and ends up in a freaking coffin, which at the end of episode 1, she did use that to have a nice, comfortable bed. Like, she complained about it was being so noisy, which I'm surprised that picked on. And she was trying to find the most comfortable place to sleep. And then she fell in lava. And then, if I'm not corrected, she looked into like the void like, oh, so this is death? And then when she woke up, I don't know if she was fine with that. But she basically got her sheet and a pillow and laid in the coffin. I'm not making this up. That was a completion there. Like that was a quest she completed, which that's actually a thing in the show. Whenever she has a nitpick per se or something about her cell, I don't know what to call it, she would make a mission or a quest, because that's what the show kind of feels like, to either make the material she needs to have a pillow or a sheet for her bed so she can have a nice comfortable sleep by the end of the day, or the episode even. And at the end of her quest, where she completes it, there's this golden screen of victory, which for some reason reminds me of Dragon Quest or something, but it's honestly really cool, and that's a nice detail. There's even parts in the show where it looks like she's gaining moves or something, or planning her moves or something. Like, you know, the little sub boxes that show up when you're about to fight or attack in an RPG game, so it's basically like that. Also, I'm sorry that I forgot to mention this, but the outside context besides the princess in the demon castle is everyone in the kingdom is worried, scared, and concerned for her well-being. I mean, it seems like it over-exaggerated when you see her point of view. But then there's the demons who, mind you, are supposed to keep her contained. I don't even know why they still keep her in this castle, which I feel like they're just gonna kick her out by the end of it. But I don't know. Whenever she does something like look around the palace, it basically it makes them think, oh my gosh, she's trying to escape. We gotta stop her. There was like an example in an episode where she found this badass sword that the only reason she wanted to look for it was because, you know, it was shiny and bright. So, but apparently to the demons, that getting the sword made them think, oh my god, she could either signal the hero or try to kick her asses. We gotta contain her, boys. Go over there and stand so she doesn't move. I say it slowly like that because she doesn't do anything. She just walks in between them, all chill, like I mentioned. Because, yeah, the only reason she got that was because, you know, so she can fluff it like an anime girl's skirt and get that morning glistening feel to it every time she wakes up. And when the demon lord picks this knowledge up, he feels dumb. If you see my reason now, I'm glad you do. And that's not even the only person though. There is this beast man that basically gives her the rules on her not just trying to, I don't know, he's basically scolding her for not being scared in this place. Like she's supposed to be scared of being in this castle. Saying you should be sleepless out of fear. Yeah, sure. When it comes to the whole sleeping thing, you know that's her whole ideal, right? She doesn't care. You keep her here for 100 years and she wouldn't care. In fact, if you kept her long enough, she would look like the girl from My Girlfriend's a Show Witch. Just change the W to a B and you already got my point. So overall, I think this is very fun and adorable anime. Besides my whole nitpick about the demons being idiots, doesn't really change the fact that the animation and story is still lovable to watch. So I give it a 9 out of 10. Just how we're gonna rate things here. Now next up on my picks is Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai. I guess it's important to point out that I've never played a Dragon Quest game in my life, and I had a chance to. And I've only seen Dai in Jump Force, but he looks different here. But, you know, I figured if I wanted to gain some interest, I could at least watch the anime based off a Dragon Quest hero. Yeah, this doesn't say my keys there. So the Dragon Quest anime is about little boy Dai becoming a hero, you know, the next one in line after the previous one defeated the Dark Lord, and the monsters that were under his control are now free. And I've raised Dai ever since he was a little boy, and because of this, he's befriending all of them. To be honest, because of many details that happen within the show, it's kind of hard to just sum up a lot of the things that happen. So let's just go by episode 1. So the episode starts out with little boy Dai being washed up into sea and taken care of by this monster named Grandpa Sean. And like I said before, this guy told him about the hero story, and because of the Dark Lord's defeat, they're all free to be what they want. Except for Dai though, because this guy told him that the only thing he's destined for is to be a mage. That's what he's training him for, yet Dai is barely good with magic. He even said that he won't be an aid to the next hero because of this. I'm like, dude. I mean, at least he got his little buddy friend that I feel like I'm gonna call for the rest of the time, Gomen-chan, which is actually a golden metal slime that I forgot. I feel like they forgot to mention flying because it can fly. He then spots a party boat of some, well, I don't want to call them heroes specifically, except for the main one who looks like a fake ass trick. I'm not kidding. He makes their encounter and they question his existence because, you know, he's on that island full of monsters. I feel like existence wasn't the word I meant to use, but he takes them over there, calls off all the monsters, to which none of them are what these guys are looking for. They're looking for a specific type of monster that looks like the classic Dragon Quest slime. If you pretty much remember my adjectives before, then you know where we're going with this. And while Dai tries to get his little buddy, the friggin' party vanquishes all the different monsters there and take Gomen-chan as a result. Now, of course, this infuriates Dai, so he plans to go and stop them and get back Gomen-chan. And with Grandpa being, okay, you know what, forget this, I'm just gonna call him Brass. So because of this instance, Brass decides to give him the magic capsules, which could allow him to suck up a living object, which he also has 2 golden ones from the Dark Lord that apparently already have something sucked in, but I'll let you know about that later. Now, of course, Dai is bad at magic, so this is the reason why he gives him the magic capsules. So, how does Dai practice with these? Simple. He sucks his grandpa up. They can only work by the commands of Gulp and Gush, which that's actually a thing about this show. In between the parts of the episodes, they show these, I want to say, these wonderful looking shots of the characters performing a certain move. Like it could be Kafrizzle or Kawoosh or Crack. Other than that, while the fake heroes are about to get their quote-unquote award after animal abusers or for poaching a monster. Like, I know they're monsters, but they're still creatures, right? Yeah, or animals, you want to say. Dai once again encounters them on the battleship, or the kingship. Yeah, that's what it's called. And he fights them off with the monsters that he also I guess, sculpted in the magical cylinders. He did use this one of them, which contained a freaking dragon. And then actually a bunch of slimes that actually made a king slime, which... Oh my gosh. Okay, so when it comes to the villains in this show, they always make these very ugly, faces. You know, when they open their mouth like, It just looks so gosh dang wrong. I want to say that's one of the best parts of the anime, because they can make the villains look freaking, I don't know, ugly. Maybe that's how I'm trying to say it, but they just look so off. Like, you're trying to be menacing, but you just look like that one dude from Sword Art Online who bugs his eye open, and I don't want to bring back memories for people who've seen it. But luckily, thanks to the King Slime, Dai was able to save his little golden buddy and take down the fake heroes. And when the king takes notice of the fact that these guys were fake, he apologizes to Dai and, gives it back. He also gives the... I don't know what this is called, and I feel like we gotta look it up. He also gives the hero crown thing, claiming that he's gonna be the next hero in line. Which, of course, Brass doesn't really take well because... because Dai can't do magic, he can't even be a hero, so like, what's the point, am I right? But, I mean, that was just episode 1. It's still pretty good, and it really, I don't know, set the series up pretty good. I basically like Dai's personality and how he is, and maybe it's because I've seen Hunter x Hunter, but I feel like I have a knack for seeing young shonen protagonists, because they can be young, innocent, naive, especially when you have other characters that argue with each other. They're just like, Oh yeah, but the other thing is they can whoop your ass. Which, like I said, Dai and Gon are in Jump Force, so, you can have a match out and stuff. The episode also ends with kind of a little segue to episode 2, where he meets the princess who gives him the dagger. But I won't get too much into that, that's just being it. So, Dragon Quest. I mean, I know I didn't mention most of the 3D segments, but they're still pretty fine. But, story's good, animation is really epic, especially when you get to the good parts. So, I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10 again. I know it's not saying much, but it's not like I could give it lower ratings because of the freaking faces. And now we head to our final anime of the list, which is... It's definitely a gorgeous one. The Day I Became a God. Now, The Day I Became a God is like Dragon Quest, where I can't really just explain, I guess, the first episode for context. I did it with Dragon Quest, but I'm gonna do it for here, just explain it. The story is about Yuta Narukami, who is informed that the world is going to end by this little goddess. She calls herself a god, not to mention goes by Odin, but her name is Hina something. It's kind of adorable, to be honest. But anyway, she tells this man that the world's gonna end in 30 days, so basically a month, which is a way to prevent him from studying this entrance exam he has to do. But I guess besides all that, the goddess herself, who I'm gonna refer to as Hina, even though she wants to be called a goddess. Well, fun facts about her: she is jealous about every other person that she comes into contact with because they have some sort of godly name, but nobody can tell from her. Even though she has the wardrobe, she's definitely nice anyway. But what else? Oh yeah, she has the sort of power of Sambiance, I think is how you pronounce it, where she's basically able to predict the future, as if she already knows what's gonna happen. Like, she's that one person that sees a big movie like Avengers Endgame, and she goes up to you saying, don't bother, you're not gonna like the ending. And that's kind of how it goes too, because when she's with the homie Narukami, she basically puts him to these bizarre things. Not that bizarre, but crazy things that he couldn't do. Like, she puts him in a baseball game that she tells him specifically to not hit the ball in the final 3 strikes. which is supposed to win over his childhood friend, which doesn't happen. I think a better example is them creating stupid movie cliches where he pretended to box or something. They were all good. The point is this is supposed to attract his childhood friend, which doesn't work. It's charming nonetheless. Especially with Hinasato being, I want to say, one of the most adorable characters in the entire show. She claims that she's a god, but she's all chilling like a child. Which, is kind of interesting. I guess everyone else in the show is pretty great themselves. And, I won't lie. Some characters do kind of intrigue me some way. Like, there's this guy that has this whole techno thing going on, which I don't know how it works, but he's definitely special. And I won't lie to you, one of the most gorgeous things about this anime is the freaking opening. And I want to say it's a good thing that episode 1 didn't show it, because I could be drowning in tears seeing it. But when I saw the opening, I thought I saw certain people that seemed like it'd be related to Hina for some reason. Like, we don't know where Hina comes from, yet she claims she's a god and has powers. Like, I'm thinking something went wrong with her. I'm thinking something happened to her for some reason. But now it's probably unrelated. But I guess story-wise it's all pretty good because it comes up with many crazy, wacky things that she does. It's basically how it goes. She tells you to do something and trust her because for the specific details. She tells him everything. In fact, in the latest episode, he played a game of freaking Mahjong, which, because I don't know the rules, I barely images. She basically told him to do some random ass crap, which not only gave him a win, but let it go on. Because she figured he wanted to attract this lady that was a Mahjong expert. And weirdly enough, it did. And she did mention this very handsome, very lovely quote saying, "If Uno allows it, thou shalt do it." Yeah. I wonder if that can apply to a lot of things. But I'm not even kidding though. Keep in mind of why she did this. I actually forgot about this as I was watching it too, because the whole point of, him winning the game and impressing this lady that he's kind of infatuated with, no lie, she's definitely into him after that game, and she wants a piece of him. She invited him to some after party, not to mention her room, which we all know this guy has to be at least like 15, right? After doing research, I don't think so, me. But anyway, this is basically what Hina led it up to be. And so it would lead to a certain staircase of heaven that we don't know what boy is waiting for. And it was kind of funny because saying as the world is gonna end. That is why she told him this. That's why she had him do all of this. It's freaking funny, especially when she's all in like disappointment. But it doesn't work out, and the homie is, I'm not even just gonna mention that. I guess the whole point is that the show is charming. It's kind of confusing when I think about it. Obviously, the animation is gorgeous from what I see of it, and the opening is just flawless. It's beautiful to look at, and I repeat it a lot of times when I watch it. A couple of times, and I don't think I have any problems except for a few things, maybe. I don't know, unlike the last two. But I feel like I would to give it finally a 10 out of 10. It seems like I got out because the last one was very close to this one, but I have no problems with this. It's just beautiful to look at, and it's basically getting me hooked. Whereas the other series, I'm kind of hooked anyway because I'm curious, but I kind of saw this one, once again I saw the other two because trailers, including this one. I was curious, but I think after a while I forgot about it and I just wanted to check it out. And I had no idea where this series was going to go. So it's just nice to see how it's going to go now. But I guess I'm going to leave it at that, folks. These are my 3 picks for the 2020 fall anime lineup. I really feel like this is a cool way to show you like what the heck I'm doing every season, I guess. Like I said, I did this ever since the start of the year because I did watch 3 series in the spring or the winter, late winter, I guess. And I did see a couple in the summer, which I may want to do a review for Rent a Girlfriend just to be sure. Maybe I'll lead up to that in a bit. But who knows? I have no idea what I can do next. Just know that if you're kind of bored or you don't know what anime to watch, and it seems like there's not a lot of options, unlike Summer 2020, which I still don't know why it wasn't such a hit. Yeah, just give these animes a try. They're really good in my opinion. Sleeping Princess is comedic, The Adventures of Dai is epic, and The Day I Became God is beautiful. I highly recommend all these 3 anime. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to join the newly found Weeb Nation. Hit the bell and the like button way out the door. And Blueberry 19 is out. Kisu.